This is a total body strength and conditioning workout designed for your ovulatory phase. So this is the time where we're approaching our mid-cycle peak. We see a surge in estrogen in the absence of progesterone. We also see a little boost in testosterone. So metabolically, things are working in our favor for slightly more challenging work. Having said that, we do see a shift toward carb sparing with that surge in estrogen. That means our body's preference is to use fatty acids for fuel. So for higher intensity, that can mean it will feel harder to get there, but you should still have enough energy to hit those higher intensities. It might just take you a little bit longer to get to that peak performance window. That means I want you to make sure that you're warming up sufficiently, you're staying tuned to the warm up so that we can help the body get to that higher intensity place in a safe way, in a way that feels really accessible. I love this workout for kind of the last effort before I transition to the luteal phase. In our split days of this series, so the upper and lower body days, we're really focusing on maximal strength, so kind of leveraging our muscle development. Here, we're looking to kind of speed things up a little bit more and target more of our conditioning. So it won't be your heaviest load, but it will be heavy enough that it creates the challenge and the conditioning effort. For me today, that meant I was using a single 20-pound dumbbell. You can use anything in the 8 to 20, maybe even 25 range, something that's going to challenge you in these unilateral movement patterns. So all of our exercises today are loading the body asymmetrically. That means we're working one side at a time, and we are in an every minute on the minute structure. So that creates that healthy sense of urgency to help us pick up the pace, to turn up the intensity just a little bit, while keeping it sustainable. So every minute on the minute structure just means you complete the designated reps of each exercise as quickly as possible, and then you have whatever's left of the minute that remains for rest. So you finish in 40 seconds, you might have 20 seconds of rest. If you were like me in a couple of the exercises, I was working right to the timer, then you're switching right to the next exercise. So there's that balance that we're trying to find of working hard, but giving ourselves enough recovery. So the faster you work, the more recovery you will get. And in the ovulatory phase, we can kind of play with those edges. So kind of shifting toward our max intensity effort, and then that gives us more time to recover in between. We have 4 exercise pairs. Each one is going to include an upper body movement and a lower body movement. We are completing 10 reps of each exercise on each side. So for each minute interval, you're completing 20 reps. So that's 10 on each side. That means you're moving quickly and efficiently and pretty continuously throughout. So there's not a whole lot of rest throughout this practice. It should feel fun and energizing. The weight should be sustainable. So if the weight is really slowing you down, like it's slowing your reps a lot and you're not able to get the 10 reps in that minute time frame, I want you to drop down the weight just a little bit. I've included a workout preview. We do have some advanced movement patterns in this workout, so check out that movement preview, that workout preview, so you can get all the ways to scale and progress each exercise to meet you exactly where you are. And that way you have all of the options in your toolbox as you go into the workout, so that if you need to make adjustments in the moment to support your body, you feel equipped to do so. You're not having to fuss with changing weights or kind of looking for a different alternative option. You'll get all of those in the workout preview. Also included your 5-minute warm-up and 5-minute cool down. Please don't skip these, especially in the ovulatory phase where we do have that little bit of a ramp up period to hit our peak performance. And then the cool down, of course, will support your recovery, help you resolve the stress response so that you walk away feeling that nice, neutral, energized quality and not overly activated. So now let's get into today's workout. Let's jump right into our total body warm up for today. We have 10 different exercises and movements that will complete for 30 seconds each. We'll be moving continuously throughout. We're going to start with an overhead squat to a side bend. Turn your palms to face up, stretch those arms straight and strong. Squat down, come up, and lean to one side. Down, keep the chest lifted, and over to the other side. So as you come into that side bend, lifting up and out of the hips, try to keep your shoulders relaxed down away from the ears. This is a great opportunity to check in with your breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Really looking to elongate the spine here, creating all kinds of space in the body. And then we'll come into our reverse lunge with a lat pull, arms reach overhead. As you exhale, step back, squeeze those elbows down to your sides. So we're going to wake up the back here, Keep warming the hips, knees, and ankles. I want you to draw those front ribs in so you're toning the low belly. We're here for 10 more seconds. So again, find that rhythmic breath, deep inhale and exhale. Next time your right leg is back, come into your low lunge, hands behind the head, twist, bring that opposite elbow to the inner knee, come back up. I want you to feel the stability of the hips. The pelvis isn't moving. You're allowing the rib cage to rotate. So we're coming down, engaging the obliques to facilitate that rotation, and freeing the rib cage so it can move independently from the hips. Next up, we're coming into cat and cow. So I want you to take your hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, shine the sitting bones back, send the heart up. And then as you exhale, cat pose, round the spine and let your knees hover just a touch. Inhale, cow, stretch the spine, shine the sitting bones back. And exhale, round it in, hover the knees, really press through the hands, chin to chest. One more round like that. Inhale, big breath. And exhale, round, hover the knees. Slowly come down. This time, step your right foot forward, hands behind the head. Once again, we're going to rotate. Bring that elbow to the inner knee. Come up and rotate. So again, see if you can fix the position of the lower body and allow only the rib cage to move. So you're creating some freedom in the T-spine, that upper back behind the heart. We're here for just 10 more seconds. Coming up. Next up, we're coming into our plank launch push-ups. So you're going to step into plank position, bend the knees, bring heels toward the hips, and then come forward into your push-up. You can always bring the knees down for that push-up portion. I want you to launch and then catch your body nice and softly on the way down. So again, option 2, lower the knees so that you can really focus this on the arms and chest. Last 3 seconds here. And then we're going to step the right foot forward into your spider lunge. So nice deep lunge. Sweep that right arm back toward the left foot and then come in, elbow to the front heel. Sweep it open, really working through the range of motion in the shoulders here. And then creating that deep sensation in the right hip. I want you to, again, try not to allow the hips to rotate. So keep that right hip crease dropping down, left thigh lifting. Let's get one more rep here. And then we come through our side lunge. So we're here with a bit of a chest press. Press it forward, come up, stretch the chest, and push. I want you to feel like you're pushing against some resistance here. Squeezing the thumbs toward each other to engage the chest, and then we feel that stretch. Just a few more movement patterns here, and then you will be ready for your total body workout. 2 and 1. Come into your spider lunge now on the left side. So we've got that left hip crease dropping down. Sweep the left arm towards the right foot, and then come to the center, elbow to the heel. Sweep it open, stretch the shoulder, and then come down. Should create a lot of space in both the upper and lower body. Again, we're fixing the position of the hips. We're here for one more rep. And then we'll step the right foot in, come into your ball pose squat, stretch the soles of the feet, and then any amount, straighten the legs, relax the head and neck. So as you inhale, come down, lift the heels, lift the heart. And then as you exhale, round, keep the heart, belly, chest moving toward the thighs. Come up and exhale. Just kind of awakening the hamstrings here, soles of the feet, even a little bit of a calf stretch there. Last one. And then slowly, bone by bone, we'll roll up all the way to standing. Let's enjoy a huge breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Hopefully that has given your body a little bit of heat, a little bit of warmth. You've woken up and it is time to get into your workout next. Let's jump right into this total body strength and conditioning workout. I'm really looking forward to this one. Should be fast, fun, and leave you energized. All you need for today is a heavy dumbbell. We're working in an every minute on the minute structure, which means we complete our designated reps as quickly as possible each minute, and the remainder of each minute is ours for rest. We're moving through 2 exercises in each set. We have 4 sets total. We'll have 1 upper body exercise, 1 lower body exercise, and they're unilateral. So we're completing 10 reps on each side, both exercises, and we're doing each exercise for 1 minute. So it's that every minute on the minute structure. So all you have to worry about is getting your 10 reps on each side within that minute structure. We'll have upper and lower body, 4 different sets. It'll be 24 minutes total, fast, fun, and then you'll be on your way. So I will get our timer started. We'll have about 20 seconds to set up. Our first movement pattern is a lawnmower row. So we're going to come into a lunge position and we're going to be in that single arm row. I like to have the heel down. I feel like it gives more stability. It doesn't have to be a huge step. You're going to bring your forearm to the thigh. Try and square the hips as best as you can, and you are going to allow your shoulder to rotate just a little bit. Let's begin. We get 10 reps here. There's 2. I want you to pull that elbow straight back. Let the shoulder rotate just a touch. Breathe out as you come up. This should feel pretty sustainable in terms of the weight here at the beginning. And then we switch it out nice and quick. So switch sides, come to the second side. Get your 10 reps. I want the spine to be nice and long. I want you to really pull that elbow straight back and hug it into your sides. It's not winging out. We got this. Last one for me, finish out your 10 reps on that second side, and you have 15 seconds left for rest. We're coming into a staggered deadlift next. So that is going to be 1 foot slightly behind, 1 foot slightly in front. Weight is in the opposite hand to that front foot. Keep the shoulders and hips square. Here we go. 10 reps. I want you to come down and find extension. We're loading primarily that front foot, driving through the front heel, light toes in the back foot. But we're keeping that back foot down because we do want to move fairly quickly through these exercises. Things to look out for here are rotating in the shoulders and hips. Want them to stay square. That's 10. Let's switch sides. Nice and smooth transitions here. Just transfer the weight. That's 3. So we're hinging at the hips. You feel that little bit of a stretch in the glute, but the weight is shifting forward into the ball mound of the foot. You've got that long spine. Again, shoulders and hips square. Always a challenging one for me to keep my shoulders from rotating. And that's 10. That one took a little bit longer. You've got 5 seconds left. We'll come right into our single arm row. Here we go. 10 reps. Pull it back. Keep your chest expanding. Spine long. Move as quickly and as efficiently as possible without sacrificing your form. I love this every minute on the minute structure because it creates that healthy sense of urgency that we can get away with in the ovulatory phase when we have more access to power and maximal strength. We also have a little bump in stamina thanks to a little boost in testosterone and elevated estrogen. Last one. That one powered through. So feel your body warming up. You've got about 15 seconds left. Staggered deadlift is next. So I'll turn to face you this time. Really want you to focus on keeping those hips and shoulders square. So you can see the position here. We're not going to let them rotate. Let's begin. Get your 10 reps. Staggered deadlift. Find some power. We load the pattern and unload without thrusting the hips forward, but you do feel that squeeze in the glutes at the top. And you're not letting that shoulder with the weight dip. Last one on this side. Keep it up wherever you are. You've got just over 30 seconds. So it takes a lot of core strength to maintain that position in the shoulders and hips. They're going to want to rotate. That would make it easier. So don't cheat yourself out of that bonus core activation. Don't let the shoulders rotate. And rest. Just over 10 seconds. Then we'll come into our third set of these exercises. That's our last one. And then we'll switch it up. Come into your single arm row and begin. Pull it back. This one, the weight, not super heavy, but it's challenging enough that you'll get the benefit of being able to move a little bit more quickly. So you get that intensity turned up and you get that little bit of conditioning because we are moving at that quicker pace. Switch it up. Here we go. 10 more reps. Breathe here. Really dial in your form. I want you to tone the low belly so that you're not feeling this in the lower back. Last 2 and 1. Staggered deadlift is next, and then we're going to be switching to our push press with an offset squat. Get ready. Stagger your stance. Keep that spine straight and strong. Let's begin. Down, power up. So again, you're moving quickly, but not so quick that you lose any part of the movement. So I want you to feel that loading, feel that unloading. We don't want to rush too quickly so as to kind of sidestep the work. We still want to feel that challenge. Bracing the belly here, back of the neck nice and long. Neutral spine moves down together, up together. And switch. Got to pick up the pace here. We've got 20 more seconds. I've still got 5 reps. Must have moved a little bit more slowly this time. Last one. And we've got 10 seconds left. We are going to switch to single arm push press. So weight is in that neutral grip. Opposite arm out to the side. Feet are nice and narrow. Let's begin. We push it up and overhead. If you can, you're in a strict press. You don't even need the support of the legs. But if you're working with a heavier load, you can use that little bit of a push press to help you get that weight overhead. Just 10 reps here. Definitely feeling the shoulders. And switch right into the second side. 10 reps. Again, here, you're looking not to lean away from that weight. Keep that spine straight and strong through the entire range of motion. Remember, bring the push press in if you need it to get that weight overhead. Just over 10 seconds. Then we're coming into our offset squat. So the weight's going to be on one shoulder. Simple squat. Let's bring it into position. If you can, feet are shoulder width apart, toes tracking forward, down and up. So again here, recruit the obliques and the core to stabilize and keep your spine straight and strong. We're not tipping or rotating, even with that asymmetrical load. That's 10, switch sides, straight into the second side. You got this. We've got 30 seconds left on the clock. Breathe in and out. And that's 10. You're resting for the remainder of this minute, and then we'll come into round 2 of that neutral grip shoulder press. So again, as that weight gets heavy, the press is going to be the limiting exercise here. I want you to add the push press if it gets to the point of failure. Here we go, press it up. You also want to be able to move quickly. So if it's slowing you down too much and you're not getting any recovery, I want you to use that push from the legs. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's just enough to get you through that initial challenge phase. Add that little push press in the end. Switch sides. Here we go. Push it up. Again, shoulders and hips nice and even. You're fixing the position of the body. Just letting that arm move straight up and straight down. Notice with this single-sided movement. One side might hit that failure point a little more quickly than the other. For me, it's the left side, non-dominant side. So I added the push press a little sooner there. Coming back to our offset squat here. And begin. 10 reps. That's why I love this unilateral movement, especially in the upper body, to correct those postural and structural imbalances so that you can build unilateral strength, each side independently. Try not to let your knees collapse or cave in, and also don't let them splay out. You want to keep that neutral position in the legs the whole way. Here we go. You've got 25 more seconds. Finish out your 10 reps on the second side. And breathe. You have 15 seconds of recovery here. Love these type of workouts. They move quickly. We're changing frequently. So it keeps you engaged and allows you to focus. Here we go. Nothing too complicated, but we're putting in the work. Gonna try to take out that push press for at least a few reps in this final round. Bringing a hand to the belly just to help remind me not to lean to one side. Here we go. Coming into push press mode. Here we go. Stay strong till the end. Get that weight up and overhead. Lock out that arm. I'm in that challenge, in that struggle with you. We've got 10 seconds. Finishing out with our offset squat. So get ready. After these 2 sets of 10, after this minute, we're going to switch to our other exercises, our next pair. We got this. 10 reps each side. Keep those legs strong. Chest stays upright. Here we go. Other side. You've got 35 seconds left of this minute. Finish this set strong. Almost there. Dig deep. Turn your focus inward and rest. 15 seconds on the clock. Next up is a step back split squat. So we're going to have that slight float forward lean. We're going to bring the weight in the opposite hand to the front foot. We want to bring it to the inseam of the foot. Here we go. 2 and 1. Step it back. Come down low. Bring that knee to the floor. So we're leaning slightly forward to bring that weight down. We're loading the glute. This one, slightly longer reps, slightly longer range of motion. So I want you to take your time, but move efficiently and quickly as possible. Switching it up, 30 seconds. Let's get these 10 reps on the second side. Opposite hand out to the side for support, keeping the shoulders and hips square. Load that front leg, drive through the heel. Got 10 seconds left. I got to finish this set. And 1. We're coming right into upright row, single arm. Here we go. Opposite arm out for balance support. This one feels pretty challenging at this weight range. Pull it up and slightly out. Switching sides. You've got just over 35 seconds to get these 10 reps. Heart rate should be climbing. You should be feeling totally warmed up. Any delay in your metabolic pathways has now passed. Sometimes it takes us a little longer to get moving in the ovulatory phase, and that's okay. We should be sufficiently warmed up by now. Got 2 more. And just under 10 seconds for rest, coming back into that split squat. I'm going to try to move just a little bit quicker through these to get added recovery. Find that efficient pattern. Step back, power up. Square the shoulders, square the hips. You got this. Switch sides. Or finish out your 10 reps wherever you are. You got this. You got 25 more seconds. And the rest of that minute after your 10 reps is yours for rest. So with estrogen surging in this phase, we see a shift toward carb sparing. That means it might be harder to kind of get your engine revved up. Upright row is next, but it shouldn't hold you back. You've still got that energy and stamina to work for you in this phase. Don't sell yourself short on this upright row. Make sure you're straightening the arm all the way at the bottom, even if that makes it a little bit harder. Again, try not to rotate the shoulders. I felt mine twisting a little bit there. Pull it up. So shoulder stays externally rotated. We're not letting those shoulders collapse forward. Stay with me. Get your 10 reps. I've got 3 more. Where are you? Finish it strong. We've got 15 seconds left in this interval, and then we're finishing it out with our 3rd set of that split squat. Let's get ready. 3, 2, and 1. Step it back and together. Just 10 reps each side. This is our last set of this exercise pair. Dig deep. Listen for your breath. Find your focus. I'm going to switch sides. 10 reps on the second side. Keep it slow and smooth, and then smooth as fast. It means we can focus on form. We can be steady, but we can still be quick. Especially in this peak energy phase. Feel those legs working. Last one for me. 10 seconds left for rest. Got 1 more round. Upright row on each side. Let's get ready. And begin. Pull it up. 10 reps. After this, we're coming down onto the back. Hallelujah. It'll still be hard work, but slightly less intense. We've got a narrow press and a half Turkish get-up. Really focus on your form here. Don't let those shoulders twist. Mine are really tempted to do that right now. This one, there's no cheating. There's no help from the legs that can assist in the pull. It's all shoulders. Last set here. I've got 5 more. Where are you? After this, I want you to lower onto your back and take the weight in one hand, opposite leg in a tabletop position. So you're going to come onto your back. One leg is stretched out long. That hand has the weight. Opposite leg up at that 90-degree bend. Hug the elbow in close. It's that neutral grip press. This is working triceps and chest. Again, you're getting 10 reps on each side. Make that quick switch. Extend the same leg as the arm that's working. Opposite knee comes up. Make sure that knee is directly over the hip, not too close, not too far. want to activate the core nice and strong. I want you to press your extended heel into the mat as hard as you can. So you're engaging that leg the whole time. Definitely feeling the triceps here. And that's 10. Posture break, and then we're going to come right back down onto the back. This time, the bent knee is on the same side as the weight. We're going to have the opposite arm out to the side. You're just lifting up onto the forearm for that half Turkish get up. We lift it up and come back down. Try to move that dumbbell straight up and straight down. You got this. This one, you might have to work to pick up the pace a little bit. Slightly slower and longer range of motion. Last 2 here. Try to keep that extended leg grounded. And then nice smooth transition. Switch it out. Lift it up and back down. So again, your extended leg stays grounded. That dumbbell moving straight up, straight down. Feel the core, your shoulders, whole body work right here. Oh, just enough to finish. And then switching back to that press. So same side, leg is extended, opposite knee lifts. You're just coming straight down with that elbow and extending straight up. Feel the triceps working to extend that arm. Smooth transition. Switch it out, down, and up. Hug that elbow into your side. You're bending the elbow at 90 degrees. So coming into that angle at the bottom and then pressing straight up. Definitely feeling this work in the triceps. Last one for me here. You can take a posture break if you need to. Sit up, and then we're coming right back to that Turkish get up. For this one, if you can, pick up that pace, even just a little bit, to give yourself some recovery. Here we go. Lift it up and back down. 10 reps. You're moving that dumbbell straight up and straight down. It should feel heavy. My leg keeps popping up, but if you can, keep that heel grounded. Serious work for the core here. Last one on this side, and then we'll switch. 30 seconds left on the clock. Do what you can with that time. Coming up onto the forearm and straight back down. Finding that stuck point here. Belly is on fire in the best way. And switch right into your neutral grip press. Final round here. See if you can move quickly through this press so that you get a little bit more recovery before we come into that final round of Turkish get-ups. Half Turkish get-up. Extended leg is strong and engaged. Now we're switching sides. That knee directly over the hip the whole way through. We got this. I'm going to try to knock these out quickly just to be able to catch my breath. Maybe even swap out to a lighter weight if you have it. Keep that heavier weight if you want the challenge. Let's get ready. Turkish get up halfway. Here we go. Press it up and back down. Keep that arm locked out if you can. And that extended leg straight. I'm going to do 5 on each side just to keep things balanced because I know it's taken me longer then that minute to move through 10 reps each side. So if you want to split them up, you can do that. We want this to be sustainable for our very final set. Up and back down. And then I'll switch to the other side. We've got 12 more seconds. Finish it out. I'm going to try and get 2 more on the other side to even things out. Finish out what you need to complete this workout. That last exercise, definitely a sneaky challenge, more than I was expected. So let's very slowly transition to our ball post squat. Keep your chest elevated here. We want to take our time moving from that supine position back up to standing. Unfold nice and easy to that bent knee forward bend. Let the head and neck relax. Then bring your hands to your knees. Lengthen the spine forward. Again, we're just letting the blood flow calibrate to each new position. And then slowly roll all the way up to standing. Let's enjoy a huge breath in. And a slow breath out. That completes your workout for today. You can continue moving around your workout space if your heart rate is still very elevated. But that last round, though it was challenging, not a super demanding heart rate exercise. So you should be more or less back to your baseline and ready to head into cool down mode. We will head there next. Now that you've completed your total body workout, it is time to cool down. Take your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance. Let your toes face forward, heels slightly out. Let's interlace the fingers behind you. Send the knuckles towards the earth. Hug the heels of the hands together. Big chest stretch here. Lift the heart and chest up, and then draw the front ribs in. I want you to keep that stretch, keep the spine long, and then nice and slowly fold over the legs. Keep the weight moving forward into the ball mounds of the feet. Maybe let the head hang heavy. Stretch the knuckles up toward the sky. You might twist from side to side. Really get that stretch across the chest and shoulders here. Again, shifting the weight forward, nice and easy. Relax the hands now. Turn over your right foot. Come into a low lizard stretch. So send that front foot slightly wider. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Press down and forward. Twist it open. I want you to come onto the top of the back thigh. Soften your shoulders. Feel that hip flexor stretch and a lot of sensation in the inner thigh here. You might even come onto the knife edge of your front foot. Just really allowing some softening through the hips and pelvic floor. I'm slowly going to step up, turn to the long edge of your mat. Nice and easy, just through a deep side lunge, reaching the arms forward, maybe pressing the palms away. Again, we want to feel that length across the inner thighs. But we're not collapsing into the pelvic floor, so there's still that sense of buoyancy, of tone in the base of the pelvis. We're here for just about 10 more seconds. You might even rest on one side and then the other. We're coming into our lizard lunge next on the second side. So left foot forward, right knee down. We're going to take the left hand to the top of the left thigh. Press down and forward. Let your heart twist toward that left knee. Come onto the top of your right thigh. Maybe untuck the toes so that you can really lengthen the hip flexor of the back leg. Shoulders away from the ears. Maybe come onto the knife edge of that front foot here. In this lizard stretch for just one more breath. And then we'll send that left knee back to meet the right. Press your palms into each other. Elbows come down to the ground, and then soften heart, belly, chest through the thighs for your dolphin stretch. Dolphin stretch in the shoulders, puppy pose in the hips. I want you to keep stretching the sitting bones up and back. See if you can soften the heart even closer to the floor. So you get that nice extension through the spine here. Last big breath. And then we're going to slowly take the knees over to the left. So you've got a zigzag shape in your legs. And create a 90-degree bend in that front leg. Come into a modified pigeon. So I want you to keep anchoring the left hip crease down. Try to bring your right hip down and forward. Flex the left foot. Feel that nice stretch in the outer hip. Nothing too intense or too extreme here. We're just looking to create a little bit of length now in the glutes. Then we're going to keep this shape in the legs. You're going to send your left forearm behind you, stretch your right arm overhead, arc up and away from that inner right knee, cradle your head in your right hand, and really press that inner right knee, inner right ankle into the floor, and then stretch your heart and spine in this big, beautiful arc away from that point. So feel that length across the hip flexor, a great way to access that strong muscle group without needing to have complete flexion in the knee. We'll slowly come up and just switch the cross of your legs, so the knee's over to the right now. Create that 90-degree bend in your right knee. Come into your modified pigeon. So again, I want you to lean forward like you're trying to bring your heart and belly to your right shin. Breathing here, create that length in the outer hip. Try to soften your breath, lengthen the exhale. And we'll press up onto the hands once again for our hip flexor stretch. So right forearm comes down behind you, left arm up and away, cradle the head in your left hand, anchor inner left ankle, inner left knee to the mat, and then stretch the heart up and away. Like you're trying to create a back bend here. We're really looking to lengthen the left hip flexor, left side waist, left side body. Last big breath. And then we'll slowly come up, bring your feet out in front of you, palms on the floor, fingertips facing out. Hug the heels of your hands together behind you. And then simple upward table. Here, focusing on the chest stretch. So I want you to roll your shoulders back, maybe even send the head back, get a little bit of a stretch through the neck. Release the front body. Really press through the heels of the hands to feel that length across the chest. Last one. And slowly lower down. Just like that, you are cooled down. I encourage you to stay as long as you can, as long as you like. But if you're ready to close out your practice, come nice and easy into your ball pose squat. And then bone by bone, we will roll all the way back up to standing in your own time, in your own way. Let's close our practice with a huge breath in. Nice and easy breath out. That completes your total body cool down for today. I want you to celebrate yourself for showing up, for putting in the work in this supportive cyclical way. I hope that you're feeling a little more energized. Maybe you're standing up a little taller, feeling more empowered in your own body. So thank you for being here and for letting your body be moved.